Hello, I'm Jason, and welcome to Small Music Scene, the ultimate underground music advocate. This is episode 3 of the series. For those who are brand new to this format, here's the basic gist. I give you 8 awesome under-the-radar records from different genres from all over the world. I review them, and you go check them out, hopefully. Before we get straight to that, this week's featured T is Katie Wood. In fact, there she is. Peekaboo. Great London artist, nice dark pop music. Where Have You Been is an absolute jam. I recommend that in particular, but go check out all her music, it's fantastic. So that's her introduction out of the way. Now let's get to the acts. Number 1 to start us off is Macaroom with Inter Ice Age 4. This is the 4th full-length release from the Japanese electropop duo. I've reviewed them a couple times in the past on the Small Music Scene website, primarily in their collaborations with the stellar Post-Cold Prom Queen here in Scotland. But this is easily their biggest work that I've seen to yet, and it is mind-blowing stuff. Imaru, my god, I forgot just how much of an amazing singer that she is. Honestly, no exaggeration, she has one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard in my life. Her harmonies are so soft, velvety, pristine, teeming with youth. In fact, it's borderline ethereal at times, and she really enforces your attention throughout without fail. It's such an indescribable drawing power that she possesses. Of course, that's not to ignore Sahi's contributions. He serves as the main composer, and he does a heck of a terrific job in his own right. The instrumentations are varied and equally just as investing, and he creates these sounds that take influence from synth pop, chiptune, lo-fi, even minimalist dance, and often there's a strong sci-fi vibe that's lurking there. The sway melodies are top notch, the production standards are squeaky clean, the ambience levels are super effective, and they put you into another state of mind basically. Plus there's a few specific songs like Ushiro, Yagenhiku, and Nemiurini, which feature these ridiculously unforgettable hooks that'll sink right into your skull as they play. Even with the language barrier for English speaking audiences, all the aforementioned qualities make that a non-issue. You'll still get your money's worth for sure. This is an album that is beyond words. It's a heavenly experience that can only be birthed from an act as unique and capable, and seemingly from another dimension, as Macaroom. My favourite musical import from Japan, without a doubt. Number 2 is Pollyanna with Slime. The New Jersey Quartet step up to the plate with their biggest output yet, the first full-length album. Up to this point, their music has only gotten better and better, and it's reached a whole new apex here. Their sound is very punky, very grungy, but also at times very poppy too. They go off the wall with a mad, anarchic energy that induces pure thrills, and the songs are usually damn catchy. The vocal performances are loaded with this sharp, grisly, unyielding attitude, like there's nothing held back, and you will hear what they have to say. Speaking of which, the writing is bloody good too. Very blunt, steadfast and forceful, focused on dealing with several kinds of anxieties, learning to be confident in yourself, and in particular taking down a peg on all the crap people and pillars of society that expect you to do this and that, while also stepping down on you, and they believe that you should just accept it and sit quiet and be well behaved. But Pollyanna aren't going to take that. They're willing to rebel and speak their minds, and in turn, so should the audience. It's a big F you to everybody determined to make others' lives an utter toxic hell. On both a sonic level and a lyrical degree, this record is a smashing success. Alright, number 3, No Matter with Bad Chemistry. It's the new album from my favourite Northern Irish punk group, and they knock it out the bloody park here. It's just one big half-hour long perpetual kick. The energy levels are always running at a smouldering high degree. You get screeching riffs, bouncing rhythms, great interchanging duo vocals. Altogether, the 4 are really performing tight, and they sure don't have bad chemistry. There isn't a bad song to be found, it's just banger after banger without an interlude. The writing is dead entertaining too, generally about irritating folk, hopeless situations, trying to overcome personal issues, and other relatable topics. And there's plenty of amazing hooks and choruses to go around. A blooming outstanding shift was put in here, and it's just a flat out impressive record. I can comfortably call it one of my favourite releases of the genre in 2022. Number 4, My Only Solution with Violent Delights Have Violent Ends. The Manchester alternative rock band do a smashing job on this album. The tracks are defined by this strikingly dark and gloomy air that's maintained for most of the way through, which is quite fitting given the emotional and earnest lyrics that feel legit and straight from the heart, and they're captured well in the gutsy vocals. And the tunes are also straight up banging too, balancing the feels and the moodiness with some great heavy headbanger sections that get you all infused and fired up. The band's claim to be heavily inspired by the likes of Bring Me the Horizon, and I can definitely hear that. But I personally hear a lot of Holding Absence in there too, and I'm a big Holding Absence fan. You could probably debate that, the music could be a bit derivative, but the results are strong nonetheless. It's a tightly commissioned and assembled record, and fans of the rock/emo category will get a kick out of it for certain, and I've yet to find myself tired of it. Number 5 is Teose with Bikini. I've been waiting on this EP for a fair while now since it was first announced, but the Scottish duo have come through with satisfying solid results. I mean, for starters, check out that cover art. That's cool. We get a draft of enticing emo pop rock tunes dipped in a fuzzy glaze, and the lyrics are insanely good here. About, anxiety surrounding your actions, that fear of failure even when you're sincerely giving it your best efforts, you don't want to let others down, the uncertainty of the future, insecurities, and so on and so forth. I feel so seen listening to this record, it hits close to home. After a few years in the scene, this is a key, pinnacle moment for the band. If this doesn't convince you of their abilities, then nothing will. Number 6 is Slater with I Ghost Me Too, the latest EP from the London indie rock trio, and they managed to squeeze in plenty of good fun, catchy, energised content in a 10-minute span across the 3 tracks. You've got your spirited singing, enjoyable riffs, bustling rhythms, and ruddy spiffing choruses. And the writing dives well into the dramatic peaks and valleys that are endured through the experiences of crazy young love and grown up in general. It's short and to the point, and it delivers on all fronts. Not much else to say, but it's a real solid effort worthy of 2 thumbs up. Number 7 is Exterior with Umbilical Digital. The Edinburgh electronic producer Doug MacDonald came to my attention a number of weeks back after being named Artist of the Week in The Scotsman, and rightfully so, I say. There are great tunes on here. There are those that blend together bright synths with firmly deep bass tones flowing at a nice steady medium tempo. There are pieces that fire out sharp cybernetic pulses that in turn create pumping techno beats. And then you get your sizzling exciting cuts that pick up the pace and also implement guitar riff effects to their advantage. If electronic music is your bread and butter, then Doug has you covered. This is an A-grade record. I enjoyed the hell of it, and I'm confident you all will too. And last but certainly not least, coming in at number 8 is The Sunday with Sometime Tomorrow. The fresh faces from out of Aberdeen make a great impression with their debut EP. There's a nice solid mix of styles on hand here. You've got your simple cool rock pieces that bring the peppy buzz, and you've got your more vivid and groovy psychedelic cuts, i.e. Acid Rain of course, or numbers that take a keen, stripped back approach and doing so effectively. You've got your engaging words, and the performances are up to scratch. Is it a little rough and rugged around the edges sometimes? Sure, yeah, certainly. But really, not much is done to drag down the positives. It's a satisfying first try, and I am game for more. And that about does it for this episode, so thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Go check out all 8 acts: Macaroom, Pollyanna, No Matter, My Only Solution, Teose, Slater, Exterior, and The Sunday, and of course, Katie as well. Peekaboo. Join me next Monday, we'll have another 8 acts for you. If you have any records you want to submit for potential review, right here at this address, smallmusicreviews@hotmail.com. The lineups are a bit filled up at the moment, so but you can try and convince me otherwise and get you a slot. So that about does it. So until next time, I'm Jason, and insert witty finishing catchphrase here. Yeah, I'm still working on that.